Well, greetings everybody. I'm back with a new, very interesting video. I have two iPod Touch second generations. One is running iOS 2.2.1. These are both 8 gig models. The other one is running 3.1.3. Both of these have lots of apps, games, and music on it. And we're going to go through these and kind of see what works and what doesn't. Now, I have shown these iPods on my channel before, um, and I've had these iPods for a while, for over a year. But I haven't really gone through every game yet, and I want to kind of do it on video. But let's just confirm the software and see how much stuff is on here. So, what's nice about these is they're both on upgradable software, since these are upgradable to iOS 4.2.1. This one's running iOS 2, this one's running iOS 3. So, 956 songs, 3 videos, 37 photos. And running on the iOS 2 iPod. And then the iOS 3 iPod, 429 songs, only 5 AMA videos, 543 photos, which is a lot, 61 applications, wow, versus this one also has apps, but it doesn't show it since I guess it didn't show it in iOS 2 yet. They're both 8 gigs small with 7 gigs, with like 1.5 gigs left on both of these. So, and then, so there we go. So let's just kind of go through some of these. Let's go through the iOS 2 iPod first. So first of all, is there any mail still on here? Ooh. So it does show some emails from 2010, and it hasn't been updated since May of 2010, but it does have some mail on there, and then contacts. It does have some contacts. YouTube. I know YouTube doesn't really work anymore, unfortunately, so we'll just say cannot connect. Stocks, maps, whoever. I don't think I had to check clock, calculator, notes. See if there's any notes on here. There are some notes on here. Settings, of course, App Store doesn't work anymore. There's the first third-party app. Let's see what loads up. Nothing is loading. Or maybe it's oh, okay. No, there is actually. You can kind of doodle, I guess. So, all right. It's actually a pretty cool app. Bubble wrap. Oh, this is pretty cool. You let me know when you get pack images and they have these bubble things there. That's basically what you're doing there. It's all right. 2 for 2 so far. Another monkey ball app. This one I used to play all in the time when I was a kid. It's Sega. And my first iPod Touch, just like a lot of people, was the iPod Touch 4th generation. So I played on this a lot on the 4th gen. But I am impressed now that the App Store is shut down. Up through iOS 6. I'm surprised a lot of these apps still run on iOS 2. And let's see what music there is. So there's a lot of music on here. Really cool. And again, this is a 2008 iPod when I was 6 years old. But a lot of good music on there. Videos, there might be some. There's 3 of them. Photos. That one I might want to be a little private about because there's some interesting photos on here. But there aren't a whole lot. They don't seem too personal. So, and iTunes. So, which we know doesn't work anymore. So, And then these are all third-party apps right here. So let's just kind of go through and kind of see. So you get backgrounds. Ooh, this app seems like it does not work to its full potential. But ZippoWire, I remember this. This time I used to test the accelerometer speed in the older iPhones. I think like a lot of 3GS, iPhone 4s had this app back in the day, and you could light it. And pretty cool. A SpongeBob app. All right. Tic-tac-toe or tic-tac-touch. So that one works pretty well. All right. Touch her down. Oh yeah, this one's cool. This one was addicting. It's like a marble, and then you can't really get it in the hole. You gotta kind of make sure it goes around in the hole. I remember this game called Labyrinth, and I guess this one's similar, but it works. It's called E-Maze. And then there's a basketball game. All right, you can kind of use this to get in the hoop. You got 2 points. Pretty cool game. I think that's my favorite on this one. Some other games on here. I actually don't know what down is. And then there's football. Which I guess is really and then Sudoku. This game, I never knew how this game worked. But it's a math game, and math is not fun. So, some new, I guess another doodle app, foot books. Some other stuff, and then there's flashlight. Which I guess is just a white screen or a blue screen. Pretty cool nonetheless. Hangman. Alright. So all these games, pretty much there's only one that has given me an issue. But all these other games loaded. There's another football game. Got another Labyrinth similar game. Pretty cool. Oh yeah, that's how I'm used to have to multitask to change music back then. Before you had the app switcher, I'm used to changing music like that, and which is pretty cool. Pac-Man Lite. pretty cool. Some of these I've never heard of, and some of these I have heard of. But, another pool game. How come? Ooh, the battery on this iPod is almost dead. I might have to charge it. You got just a Nike app. Pretty cool. There's Facebook. I wonder if Facebook. Oh, okay. No, it's just a shortcut app. I thought it actually had the Facebook app in there. This is another shortcut app too. Oh, touch hockey. This one's fun. Yeah, that one's fun. Darts. I remember playing Dart Rage on the Wii in the past, but all these apps are loaded, and all right, and then there's the Gmail shortcut, and then DizzyBee. I haven't heard this one, but I'm impressed that a lot of these apps and games are still usable despite iOS 2 and now iOS 17 is going to be out soon. So despite being 15 years old, yeah, a lot of these apps will still run, and I'm quite amazed. I think especially since I'm the App Store is discontinued now through iOS 6. But so that's a look at that one. Let me just turn it off, put it back in my iPod collection. But now let's look at the iOS free one, and this one has a lot more apps and games on here. It is like, wow, there's a lot of stuff on here. I might not open every app, but I'll kind of go through their Skype. Looks like this iPod was a girl's at one point, probably teenager back in like 2008, 2009, right? And then I bet probably got like an iPhone there. So I bet like probably both these iPods, I bet were probably used by 9th and 10th graders when I was in like kindergarten or first grade at the time when iPods were existent, and probably before a lot of parents felt comfortable buying their children smartphones. I'm sure these iPods were used by probably high schoolers at the time. So when I was just entering grade school. So basically, because I have actually gone nosy, went through a lot of photos on here, and it looks like there were high school like homecoming and stuff like that on these iPods. So on this one was probably used by a boy, probably, but and hey, looks like he had his crush in his contacts there or something, and yeah, sadly nothing worked out with mine, but yeah, so this was definitely used by probably a 15 and 16-year-old back then, but yeah, when I was like 6, but yeah, but I'll go through some of these apps, but I won't go through all of them. Let's see, Scoops. I haven't heard of Scoops. Hey, it loads. Solitaire. I remember playing this one a lot back in the day. And it works. Dual Jump. This one may have been Dual Jump and Angry Birds on iOS 4. Oh man, yeah, right. Yeah, iOS 4 was literally, yeah, with dual jump and Angry Birds. Oh man, those are the days. Boy. Um, so yeah, so I mean, these iPods back in 2008 and 2009 were probably used um, by people almost a decade older than me, but at the time, but and now they're probably in there. They're probably like 30, and I'm 21, but but um, but interesting stuff. And then I don't know, maybe they were found, and then they made their way on eBay many years later, 14, 15 years later, since I bought these last year, and I was the buyer, and there we go. Let's see if Blowfish still works. I have never heard of this one. Bubble wrap. This one we had on Yarrow. Whoops. How do they go into music? Color splash. I'm not gonna go through all these. Well, oh yeah, I'm down with Zippo. This one has Angry Birds on it. I want to see if Angry Birds loads. It does. Let's see if I can actually play it. Level 1. Let's get the volume up. But Angry Birds on iPod Touches was amazing back in the day. Come on. So yes, let me throw it. Works pretty well. Like I'm especially with an A2 chipset, or like a 1.4 gigahertz or something. The crazy thing is, this iPod Touch actually has a better processor than the iPhone 3G did, which was which came out alongside the iPhone 3G. This iPod actually has a better chipset than than that iPhone, which is crazy. We got Pandora on here, which is music / radio, internet radio. Looks like it works. And let's see. It does have a Shazam app, which I guess worked in iOS 3. So, wow. I'm actually gonna test this. Let me I'm actually gonna test this. Let me boot up this iPod again. While we're waiting for it to boot up, I'm gonna test some Shazam on this, see if it works. It does have the Weather Channel on here. Wow, but I'm impressed that no apps have crashed on either of these. I got some iPhones with some old apps and games on it. Besides Temple Run, they all crash. And well, I do have some iPads with some apps and games on as well that I've showed on the channel throughout the summer. And also true. But let's test Shazam and see if it will actually play it. All I want to do is win. And now let's on Shazam and see if on Shazam works. It it looks like is unable to pick it up. Man, so I guess Shazam is affected, and it won't bring it up. That's alright. As I said, I don't want to make this video too long, so I didn't go through every single app on the second one just because there are a lot. But I am convinced that they all actually load and they don't crash, and most are still usable, especially the games. They're still playable in iOS 2 and iOS 3, which is really impressive for 15 years later, basically. But so I do want to do a different kind of video. I do have some other videos coming up on some other well, let's see. I do have a few iPhone videos planned. I actually just ordered a few Game Boys, so I will have some gaming content coming soon as well. But I'm not sure when I'm gonna be able to get all of these videos up because I have been busy with college and other stuff. So I will try to and of course, with football season here too, and I'm paying attention to college and NFL football. So, but we'll see. But until then, peace out, everybody.